Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Sunday afternoon. I hope we're all okay. I hope we are all having a good weekend. Whatever you're up to this weekend, enjoy it. Make sure you make the most of it. Obviously, no videos yesterday. I was enjoying my, well, you call it a day off, I guess. I was enjoying time with friends. But we do have some really, really good breaking news. We're talking a little bit about Archie Gray. I'm going to give you some bit of the backstory, what happened yesterday, because this has really come out of the blue, and to give you the updates about what the situation is right now. And then a bit of a chat about other things going on. A little about England, I guess we could talk about. Because obviously, England play today at 5 p.m. So in what, 4.5 hours, England play Slovakia in the first knockout round. So plenty to talk about, plenty to get into. Just want to say that if you're new and watching this, give us a subscribe. You're very welcome to join us for the journey. And afternoon, Donna, how are we? Afternoon, Van Gogh, mate. You're a happy boy. I'm glad you're happy, mate. Afternoon, Dan. Incredible news, absolutely. Afternoon, Spurs. Absolutely. What is a good turnaround for sure. We're gonna have a good window. You think Van Gogh, good mate? I'm glad you think that as well. This is an unbelievable signing. Well, let's talk about it first and foremost. Let's give you the backstory before we kind of go into the situation. Gons, mate, how are we? Let's effing go. I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm not too bad, mate. I'm happy now that people kind of going, when do you reckon Spurs are going to sign their first player? I can be like, here you go. Insert the office meme. Yeah. Oh my God, it's happening. So yeah, let's give you a quick backstory first and foremost. So yesterday, it came out that Brentford had basically agreed a deal to sign Archie Gray. It was about, I think it was probably about sort of 5 p.m. No, about 4:30 p.m. I think it was actually. It was about 4:30 p.m. And it came out as like, they've agreed a deal, and medicals and all that stuff, right? And it was about 35 million. That was what the deal was going to be. Obviously, Leeds needing to sell due to financial fair play. He is obviously a player that they can garner 100% profit on, which is massive towards their financial fair play. I was gutted. I was having pints just before I was about to go watch the 5 p.m. kickoff. And I saw it and I was like, oh, you're actually you're having a laugh that Brentford are going to get him. Like, don't get me wrong, for Brentford, it'd be an unbelievable signing. But for us, I was like, oh, this is so annoying. This really is annoying that we are not getting him. I wasn't very impressed sitting next to a Newcastle fan, a Man United fan, and a Brighton fan. I was like, yeah, great. Although then I was looking at my Newcastle mate going, you might be selling Anthony Gordon, so I'm not as depressed now. And that was kind of the end of that for the rest of the day. Hey, Alez, mate, how are you? Spurs go swooping in. That's it. Evening, Persify, mate, how are you? What a crazy window already. Well, let me add you the context now of what this situation is all about. So, David Ornstein, about an hour ago, I was on the train, so unfortunately I couldn't obviously come speak to all of you, said that Tottenham working on a deal to sign Archie Gray from Leeds after Brentford offer turned down. Talks are ongoing with expectation on all sides. Agreement can be reached, but nothing finalised yet. The 18-year-old is leaning towards joining Spurs if he's leaving Leeds, which, do you know what? What a turnaround that really is. That's massive, right? To give you a bit more on the situation, Romano, about 45 minutes ago, saying that Tottenham had made contact with Leeds United for Archie Gray with a verbal proposal already sent. Spurs already got green light from Gray, keen on the move after Brentford move off despite the medical. Spurs are confident, negotiations ongoing. See what I mean? He was having a medical with Brentford. That's how far forward that deal was. Now, supposedly, Leeds actually didn't agree a deal to sell him. They actually rejected it in the end. And I think they rejected it, I purely think, was because Spurs had made a move towards Archie Gray. And, Leeds were going, hang on a second, that's a top 6 club. We can get some good money on that, All right, well, we don't want 35 now, we want 40. And I think about 40 million is what this deal is going to be looking like. Now, he's 18 years old. That's a lot of money, but he's homegrown. He's a guy that absolutely suits Ange Ball to a T. He can press. He can play right back. He can play centre mid. Hell, when he plays right back for Spurs, he'll end up probably playing centre mid quite a bit. He's athletic. I watched him in the cup game against Chelsea, and he was the best player on the pitch. he's had a very, very good season for Leeds. I mean, the fact that Jed Spence went on loan to Leeds this season, he couldn't get in the team because Archie Gray was keeping him out. So he's had a really, really good season for Leeds. And, I am all for this deal. I am so all for this deal. We talked about it on this channel. We're linked with Vanderson. We're linked with all these other sort of right backs. And I think Gray will be a right back this season because the nice thing is you can kind of get him fairly nice amount of minutes every now and then. League Cup, FA Cups, even a bit of Europa League. If we're playing, no offense to teams in the Europa League, we're playing a bit of a dud team. We're playing at home. Yeah, we'll play Archie Gray 90 minutes. Archie Gray now, but this is the one thing I will have to say. If we are to sign him, it's still obviously up in the air. Spurs fans do need to be patient with him. We cannot be treating him the way we treat other players when we sign them for big money, where if they misplace one pass, it's the end of the world. He is 18. He's very, very young. He needs to be we need to make sure that we're patient with him and we allow him the time to develop. The only reason I know we'd sign him is because of those videos saying welcome to insert club and I got gassed. Well, I mean, to be fair, Joshua, I've been talking about Archie Gray on this channel now for a couple of weeks now. So, and you guys have been here watching. We have been all over this, Archie Gray, he's 18, Fred. 18, mate. He's not 16. 18. If he was 16, mate, he might be the greatest 16-year-old on the face of football. Archibald Gray, let's go. That's it. I've seen that we can give them 2025 Rodent or Skip. Well, the deal might look like that. I think the deal works out to probably about 40, I would say. But I would say it wouldn't shock me if there is maybe a Joe Rodon going back to them. We buy him for 40. They buy Rodon on July 1st or whatever. You know what I mean? Like after, this is the last day of financial fair play year, but in terms of the next year being tomorrow, they buy Joe Rodon for 15, but they can spread that 15 out over 5 years. Whereas we can go with Archie Gray and they can go, bang, 40 million, that's on the books. And that's huge for them, What an amazing day. England and Spain are playing and Spurs are making moves. Sick day. It's a great day. And if England win, it just makes that a little bit better. And if England play well, makes that even that little bit better. He played more games than any of our players last season. Well, to be fair, mate, in the Championship, they do play 46 times a season. So you're already guaranteed the opportunity to play 8 more games if you play all of them. But I get what you're saying. He played a lot of minutes for an 18-year-old. Archie Gray so hyped. Absolutely wreck, mate. How are you? We just can't overtire him. Look at Pedro. Yeah, we need to manage minutes, to be fair, at times. But the nice thing is, do you know what? We can get him 15, 20 minutes, I think, quite frequently, and the odd 90 minutes of football here and there. And you have now, if Pedro Porro does kind of miss a game, all right, well, the play style to Archie Gray is still quite similar. And that's what I'm all for, That's what I'm all for. How's the weekend been so far? It's been good. It's been good, Donna. It's been good. Thank you very much. How's yours? His profile is perfect. Absolutely. Wreck. I was thinking it would be a Madders type deal. Potentially, yeah, Joshua. Potentially, yeah. 40 million going their way, 15 million coming our way. They can spread theirs out over 5 years. So therefore, for the FFP wise, it does quite well. But yeah, for us, yeah, I'm all for this. Because obviously that 40 million can hit their book straight away, Who is he? He's the Leeds player, mapping. Had a pineapple pizza with tomato fondue with my Italian friend. I'm surprised he's your friend if you're having pineapple pizza. Archie Gray would be a great signing. You're correct. We've been saying this for a while. Big smile on my face, Coys. Attaboy. We talk football. Attaboy. It'd be class. The great thing is you've watched me talk about Archie Gray for quite a while. I've been talking about it, and it's nice when things come off when I've been talking about them, Yeah, if it says as a swap, it will be 2 deals. Yeah, it's very rare that you have a swap deal now. It's normally 2 deals that act like a swap, if you know what I mean. Imagine if we get a here we go later. Oh, imagine that half time of the football. Leeds, England 1-0 up at half time, something like that. Archie Gray, here we go, confirmed. Oh, that's a threatening me with a good time. I'd have to do a live in the middle of the game going, England are on the attack here, but Archie Gray. So no, it's really good. What have I missed? You've missed me talking about Spurs making moves in for Archie Gray by Ornstein and Romano. Sorry all, but 1-0 Slovakia. Absolutely not. I'm not having that, Fred. Good thing he's keen on joining. I think it's one of those that he kind of senses he might have to leave. So do you know what? I'll go to a club that I really want to go to, you know? After this news, fantastic. How are you, Eddie? I'm good, Rec, mate. I'm good. How are you, mate? Is he good defensively? He's solid defensively. Afternoon, Simon. Afternoon, Tom. How are we both? I think we'll buy Gray today, and then we'll buy Roden and Skip tomorrow. Well, we're not buying Roden or Skip. We already have them. Andy, he's better than Porro, in my opinion. I know you love Porro. He's not better. He can be better, but he's not better yet. What's happened with Calafiori? He still wants Juventus. Juventus still want him, but Juventus don't want to spend that money on him. It's kind of the update. So the Premier League teams are kind of sniffing now. Hey, Cambergoon, mate. How are we? Do you think we got him? Who do you mean, Bama? Who do you mean, mate? Imagine Gray, Bergval, Sarr in the midfield. Jamie Donnelly, get him in there as well. It's incredible. The youth we have, like the Bergvals, the Sars, the Destiny Adogis, the Mickey van der Vens, the Dragusians, I mean, Vicario for a keeper is in his, mid-20s. He's young for a keeper. We've got a great, great future on our hands if that's the case. The English Kimmich, if he's 50% of what Kimmich is, we've done well. Great, right back, tick, homegrown, tick, and can play midfield. It's a lot of ticks on the boxes there, mate. A lot of ticks on the boxes. What type of girls do I like? Not the right place, Donna. We're talking Archie Gray. Harry Kane, that hat trick. And then here we go. Big up. I love it. Oh, mate, Gons, mate. I'd love it. Harry Kane hat trick, I'd love as well. All it took was one call from Ange. All it took, Madsy, right? He got the phone out. Get his phone out and went, mate. And Archie Gray went, done. I'll sign. Where do I sign? That was it. Just one word. I'm Dutch. I don't care whether England wins or loses. That's outrageous mapping. Outrageous. Hey, Andy, just heard the news about Archie Gray. Do you think we'll get it done in a few days? I don't know if we'll get it done in a few days. But do you know what, Darren? Why don't we all be confident and say yes? I'll do a poll for it in a minute, Darren, and see what everyone else thinks. Archie, Mickey, Lucas balling out in the Europa League. Mate, Lustful Bama, mate. I will be there. Italy out of the Euros. Time to start dealing with Calafiori. Yeah, well, that is something that's you have to take into account when teams go out of the Euros. Those deals now speed up. So the Calafioris that or a Chiesa for some teams, especially now tomorrow is the next sort of calendar year for financial fair play. So Chelsea's and the Villas and somewhat all those teams who are being who are under a sort of financial fair play sort of stricken, they'll be able to start making moves from tomorrow again. We'll buy Gray today. A new financial year starts tomorrow, and they'll buy Skip and Roden from us. I don't know if they'd buy Skip, but maybe a loan deal potentially. But Roden, yeah, I could see. Loopholes, always a loophole. Does Bergval arrive tomorrow? I believe yes. Do you know what? I don't actually know. When? I think it's tomorrow. He's already here. I already thought he was a Spurs player about 6 months ago, so I just took no notice of it all. Jesus Christ, Donna. Jesus Christ. Finally, some tangible evidence that we're making moves. So stoked right now. Cambergoo, mate, I'm stoked for you as well as us. Bloody happy. Drop a like on the video if you're happy about the summer moves for Archie Gray, lads. I want to see it. I tell you what, a Fofana signing right now would be mint. Oh, yeah. A little Yusuf Fofana. Oh, yeah. That'd be lovely. It's deadline day for PSR. Leeds need this to happen today. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Teams need things done today, so I expect a few moves to be happening. Obviously, there's been a few already, but I expect a few more to happen. Have you seen the Fab tweets? I'll have a look in a second. Do you think we'll still go for Eze? Eze's still the number one target, mate. He's still the number one target. It's just Palace don't need to sell, but apparently Bayern haven't got the Elise deal signed yet because of the release clause and the money up front and things like that. So let's keep an eye on that one as well. Similar to Johnson, we got the here we go, and it was the same day. Well, do you know what, dude? If it's the same day, and a few hours' time, if it's the same day, I'll go live again, and we'll talk about this all over again. Because you're all, and the best thing is, I know that you'll all come and join me. Because you'll all go, oh, he's here. We'll talk some more Archie Gray, and I'll be here for it. You know. Yeah, he does arrive tomorrow. Then I do think so. What teams still need to sell? Well, look, so you got teams like Everton, Villa, Chelsea, Newcastle. They're like the main teams that sort of need to sell towards the end of this. Well, the end of today. I think Douglas Luiz has sorted himself now to Juventus, but obviously, you know, tomorrow being a new day, you'll still have teams that still need to sell. I think Chelsea probably still may need to sell for next year. So I still expect some teams to do that. And I mean, Man United supposedly need to sell players because they need to raise funds for their own transfer budget, you know. I need that Eze on top. Oh, yeah, we'll still be going for him. Sticking it to Brentford is great. Try and steal Noosa and Gray from us. Small club, them bees. Ouch, Madsy. Ouch, dude. I don't know, but I'm starting to think this is not the real Donna. No, it's not. Terrible. Doing the Archie Gray jig. Please come through. Hey, mate, how are you? Come on, hit the likes. Absolutely, Bama, mate. Absolutely. Cheers, mate. Appreciate that. I think Eze, like you mentioned a few streams ago, we worked on more after the Euros. Well, yeah, Eze was always going to be a deal that we're going to be working on once England have finished with their Euros, be it get knocked out tonight or winning the whole thing. You'll see England players moving after that. You know, Gallagher may be moved. You know, you might have obviously Eze as well. Anthony Gordon, what happens there? Obviously, Liverpool are quite keen on him. So let's sort of see on that one. We can't get Eze before the Euros. It's not possible. Let's be patient. I'm sure we'll get an absolutely Van Gogh. Forest, yeah, Rec. Forgot about Forest. Anderson from Newcastle to Forest for 35 million first. Vlachodimos going the other way. I think Dewsbury Hall will still go to. Yeah, Dewsbury Hall to Chelsea. I think what happens is Leicester still. I don't know what the Leicester situation is enough. I think the window will be Fofana, Gray, David, Edwards, Eze, Geertruida. It's not a bad little window, that, Tom. Hit the like button, people, for this great news. Absolutely, we talk football. Absolutely. Andy, when are you doing the KA versus your drink debate to see what it's better? I tell you what, Darren, let's do a deal because Mr. M isn't here. We'll do a deal. When we get the Here We Go confirmed, I will go and buy myself a KA and I will compare it with summer fruit squash. All right. I would say water, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Finally, some good news. I hope we'll get the Here We Go soon. Absolutely DGAD, mate. How are you as well, mate? You're right. Guys, come on now, like the stream, share the stream, let more people enjoy this platform. Absolutely, Kamagoo, mate. You said it better than I ever could, buddy. No feeling Archie Gray is the new Jed Spence. Different style of players. Afternoon, Hogan, mate. How are you? I will try and stay happy, Donna, always. I will always try to. Darren's clocked it. Seems like Spurs are eyeing up a transfer for Jonathan David. Well, we talked about that a few days ago. Didn't we? Don't ever be doomy and gloomy. Try not to be. There's enough of that in the world. Lange wasn't sleeping after. He was, he's like a boxer. He's just feeling everyone out. He's a few jabs and they're feeling everyone out. And then he went, right, watch this. Bang. And Brentford went, oh, Jesus. How'd you do that? Would you take Archie Gray now if it meant no deal on Tony with Brentford? Yeah, I think you can get quality. I think I like Tony, but you can always get another striker around his ability. Darren says deal. David or Jimenez? Oh, come back to me on that one in a minute, Van Gogh. I'll have a think about it because that's closer than I like to imagine. What's happening with the Brazil right back from Monaco? Well, we're interested, but we may not be going for that for him now because of the Archie Gray report. Andy KA too sweet. Well, it's Mr. M's been asking me about it. We talk football. That's why I got to do it. Drinking game. Every time Andy says summer fruit squash, you got to do a shot of tequila. You'd be hammered after 5 minutes. There's no deal for Tony. No, there's not. Paolo got back today. Let's get it. Absolutely, Josh. Use some energy from the Archie Gray stuff. Get him a bit up for the game. Absolutely, Hogan, mate. You and me both, mate. Madrid Extra said that we've inquired about Brahim Diaz, but been rejected. Not seeing anything about it personally. Heard Lang runs a tight ship, no leaks yet. Cards close to the chest. Where's Callum Roach today? Callum Roach is always here. He may not be visible, but he's always here. Always got to be aware of him. All right. But yes. So let me just check because someone just said, "Have you seen the Fabrizio Romano posts?" I'll just double check them just so I can have a look. So yeah, Chelsea still in talks with Dewsbury Hall. Varane's going to Como, which is the Fabregas team. Douglas Luiz, I believe, is done pretty much. Samuel Ealing Jr. is obviously going the other way, which obviously we talked about him on the channel before. And that's about it, I think. Yeah, it's going to be a busy day for Fabrizio today with all these transfers. So I hope he's all right. So Dan Kilpatrick has said with the Archie Gray report that the bid to sign him has collapsed. So that their move for him has collapsed, which means we are very much in pole position. So Leeds were close to agreeing terms with Brentford on Saturday and allowed Gray to have a medical, but terms of the payment structure rejected. Interesting, right? So obviously they had a bid about 35 million that was rejected, but the payment structure is actually what the issue was. That's bloody interesting, isn't it? Cheers, D-Gab, mate. I'm glad you're all right. He's lurking. He is. He always is. I'm feeling the energy here. Good, mate. Good. Starting 11 for England. Well, apparently, Conser might be coming in at left back. Mainu, I think, will start, and I think that'll be about it. I think Trippier's injured. But if I'm honest, I wouldn't be playing that team. I'd be playing a completely different team, but I'm not the England manager. I'm talking to you guys instead, which I prefer. I much prefer to talk to you guys instead of being an England manager. Well, I think the reason for the approach of Gray is maybe the versatility. Well, look, the fact that he can sit in centre mid, he can play right back. It's important, and I will keep pounding this table with this exact statement. Our right back, Pedro Porro, plays most of his football for us at centre mid. So Archie Gray, actually, in terms of stylistically, could not suit us any more than possible. You know, the fact that he is a centre mid that plays right back, great. You're going to do the exact same thing in a team in the Premier League for a top 6 team. You know what I mean? Well, maybe a pull on David or Jimenez. No, I'm not telling you what to do. That's all right, Van Gogh, mate. You leveled yourself up to one of the goats of the channel, so I'm happy to put that as a poll, mate. I'll let you off for one. All right. So this is somewhat just a step away from Archie Gray, just for a second, just because it's important to know these things. Just there's a little poll up on Jonathan David or Santiago Jimenez. Just give me a little vote on who you'd prefer. I reserve my excitement until the player is doing the obligatory cinematic neon lights, juggling the ball, and smoke-filled room clip that all new signings have to make. Yeah, there's some like weird, edgy shots, you know, and it's like he's pointing at cameras and stuff like that. Yeah, I like it. Fair enough, listen. And I'll always say it. And there is one of the OGs of this channel. He's not in here right now. Martin is always that person that goes, he's a very positive person, but he always goes, until I see him holding up that shirt, I don't want to know about it. And I always respect that because we have been burned over the years. Imagine if England don't beat Slovakia. I don't want to think about it, Darren. Jesus Christ, Donna. You could buy Archie Gray for 45 million, flipping him 3 years for 80 million like Bellingham at Dortmund. You could also be bang average, but that's a risk you take. Well, I think every transfer is a risk, isn't it? Let's be honest, because you're spending big money on. Well, he's also an 18-year-old, so that's the thing. Like with him, I'm like, hey, let's give him at least this season. Let him make mistakes. He's going to make mistakes this year, and I need you to understand and listen to me. He's going to make mistakes this year. He's 18. He's not played Premier League football. He will make mistakes, and as long as we're patient, he will continue to develop in a good way for us all. Annie, what next position or player would you sign? Eberit Sheze, mate. That's the guy. Mazzy reckons Jonathan David. David for me, but both would improve us. Exactly. I think both would improve us. That's a fair shout there, Gonzo. Jimenez I've always liked, but he's starting to give me second thoughts. Ooh, why is that, mate? Why is that? I mean, we need to upgrade our homegrown players as well, but which I guess is why we're also in for Ramsey. Well, with the fact with Ramsey does, he is a Lang guy, but also Ramsey does also truly suit what we want. You know, he does suit the system. Yes, he's homegrown. He's Prem proven. You know, those things do matter. But let's settle a little bit because there's a possibility of him taking time to adjust to the Prem. Just it, Kamagoo. He's 18 years old. He's not played Premier League football. He just needs a little bit of time. And the beautiful thing is, he's going to be playing behind one of the best right backs in the Premier League. So he's going to be learning off of him. Is inside that, right? There's this guy. I don't know if you know this guy, right? He plays centre back. His name's Christian Romero. You know, that world class centre half. Yeah, Archie Gray's going to be playing next to him from time to time. He's going to be learning off of him. You know, he's going to have Madison and Basuma and, you know, and Sarr and Bentancur in front of him in the midfield. He's going to be surrounded by unbelievable talent. And I'm excited for that. I think he will have a very good trajectory in terms of, you know, improving. He was improving game on game this season. It'll be no different. But he's also not going to have the pressure to have to be, you know, the best player in the league because he's going to have players around him that will do that for him, basically, you know. Every transfer around 30 million is risky, no matter what it is. Exactly. David is better on the ball and he's more versatile. Fair enough. His international reputation has been bad. Interesting. Imagine midfield with Sarr, Bergvall, and Gray. Gray at right back. Get me Jamie Donnelly in there. How about that? That's a midfield. Jesus, Donna, we're talking about Archie Gray here. Come on. Desire, Archie, Eze, Fafana. It's murder on the dance floor. You better not kill the groove. Hey. Absolutely, Marshall. Marshall, mate, how are you? I haven't asked you. How are you, mate? You all right? Jacob Ramsey not injury prone. Well, look, he had a bit of a rocky spell last season. He did. I won't lie to you. That's mad. My mate used to call me Gonzo back in the day. Big up, mate. Coys. Gonzo, mate. That's, you know. I'll write the name. I'd rather Rembrandt than a Ramsey. I thought that sounds like a drink. Marshall. Oh, here we are. Yeah. Not gonna lie, watching highlights of Gray and he looks a baller. Though we should not judge by highlights. Well, yeah, highlights is what people want you to see. But yeah, talented. I like what I've seen as well. Yeah, Gray might take time to settle, but the cream always rises to the top. Absolutely. We talk football. If we're patient and we give him a little bit of love, he will develop. I truly think. Her Gray brother, who's 15, is even better. I don't know who the brother is, Phil. Who's his brother? People, you don't understand how excited I am right now. My stomach has butterflies for the next season. Threaten me with a good time. I love that Kamagoo's using threatening me with a good time. It's one of my favorite sayings. I learned it off watching another YouTuber. Nothing to do with Spurs. All right, don't worry. And he said, "Oh, you're threatening me with a good time," and I was like, I quite like that saying. Yeah, all right, yeah. And you know, from now on, we'll use it on this channel. Glad you're excited, though, Kamagoo, mate. Unpopular opinion, but I don't think Porro's up there, one of the best right backs in the Prem. I think he had a great season. He was influential for us, but he's 5 foot tall and can't defend. Well, he can defend, Robert. Come on, mate. And also the whole thing that he can't defend high balls is like, that's not his job. It's just not his job. And he is, when you look at the other right backs in the Premier League this season, so historically, Trent and Walker would probably be the best right backs, right? Trippier had a great season. Trent missed time. Walker, he was pretty good this year. Porro was good, you know? Hi, inside in Spurs land, back from wild swimming, and love a hijack and using his grey matter. Absolutely, Polly. Polly, I hope you are okay. Polly, I hope the weekend has treated you well as well. Ramsey, I doubt, but I think he's better than Gallagher for us. Similar-esque players in terms of what we'd want from them in the system, but I think Ramsey gives you a bit more versatility because he can play a little bit on the left as well. Is Ramsey such a good player? Why would Villa want him to go? Well, that might be more of an FFP side of things. I don't think they truly want him to go, though. You know? Harry Gray, big striker. I thought you were about to say Harry Kane. Andy, are you worried about the situation involving Mikey Moore? What's the situation? What time with the deadline of FFP goes? I think it just closes after today. Trippier's had downs this season. Son Allen playing cockroach dance. Trippier still had a good season, to be fair, though. And I felt for him because that team, Newcastle, falling apart injury-wise, and that brother just needed a couple of weeks off and he couldn't get it. Mikey Moore's linked with Dortmund. That's nice. Well, if Dortmund want to pay us the money that they got for Jude Bellingham, then we'll have a conversation. But he's going absolutely nowhere. Grealish or Ramsey poll recommends. I've got to close this poll. 52 votes. That's the most we've ever had on a poll. Thank you all for voting. Maybe not a Grealish or Ramsey. Let's do a Ramsey or Gallagher. Flat out. I think we've done it before. But let's do Ramsey or Gallagher. You have to pick one. Let's say they're the same price and all those sort of things, okay? Let's have a look. Tell me what you think in that poll of Ramsey and Gallagher, so I have a little look, all right? And I'll be reading the other chats. I've been telling Andy that Porro is overrated. Gray takes a spot by November, December. Sorry, Andy. Look, if the way I look at it is if Archie Gray genuinely could take Pedro Porro's spot, that means Archie Gray is one of the best right backs in the league straight off the bat. And that, I don't mind. I have no issues with that whatsoever. I have no issues if someone replaced Sonny in the team or Vicario or Romero. It means that player that we're talking about is better, you know? Yes, thank you. Glasto inside and Euros. Woo! Oh, it's a good day for you then, Polly. Very good day. Apparently, Coldplay were quite good at the Euro, Glastonbury. I didn't see. Apparently, they had a really good set. Dortmund are trying to sign Mikey Moore, but Donna says over. Yeah, but he's going nowhere. Mikey Moore's going nowhere. He's going to be in with the first team next year. I would have loved him, Nez, if we did not have Richie. Well, we're looking to get another attacker alongside Richie. If Yamal was 250 million, Michael Moore was at least 100. Maybe. We'll see how they both line up in the next few years. No chicken chases for me. Gallagher said at Chelsea he doesn't want to leave. I know he doesn't want to leave, but he might have to because of FFP. They might have to sell him. My vote, option 3. Wow. We don't care if they replace anyone as long as they're playing for us. That's it. Rotation is a beautiful thing as well. Harry Gray's cooking, isn't he? The best ability is availability. So durability of Gallagher wins hands down over Ramsey. That is a fair shout. The best ability is availability, and Gallagher is a bit of an Iron Man. So I don't hate that. Barry Bannon, is it still on? Jackass. What is Dorrington like as a centre back? He's also a left centre back. He's more of a right centre back, Tom, when he plays. I think Dorrington might get put out on loan this season, get regular minutes in the Championship, which I would love personally. What would happen if teams to sell for FFP if they would get... Sorry, what would happen if teams to sell for FFP, would they get a points deduction? Well, as long as they balance their books, they're fine. But if they don't, then yeah, they would get the points deduction. Jimenez and Richie are the same type. Well, then you would want Jonathan David then, Breck, wouldn't you? So by the looks of the poll, though, I would say 2/3 of the people want Ramsey over Gallagher. Interesting. Reports are saying that we are in for Desiree Doué. His quality, seen anything. Well, he's a player that we do like, Desiree Doué. Marshall, where are you, Marshall? This is where I need Marshall to come in and give me a spot. It's like the gym. I need him to give me a spot. We are quite keen on Desiree Doué, and if Marshall's still here, he will tell you as to why we are so keen on him. All right. But we don't want a player that did not want the move. That doesn't sit right with me. Yeah, exactly. And he wants to move, which is great. Dua Lipa killed it. Slanky Gray, Cal, drop the mic, blow the budget. Absolutely. Polly's easily sold there. Ramsey killing it in the poll. Yeah, he did well in the poll. Speaking of poll, when's the F1 on? Or have I missed it? No, it's at 2:00. It's in Austria, which no doubt Verstappen's going to absolutely murder the whole field. We don't like the boring F1. We like the good F1. Berval, Archie, Vanderson, Eze, Fafana, Kuti, Doué, Porro, Dogi, Son, Healthy Matters, Vicario, Calafiore. I can feel it coming in the air. Jesus, Marshall. Alison Noah, say hi. Hi, Alison Noah. How are you? Leeds paid 1 million for both for Man City. Did well there, didn't they? 2 p.m. Thanks, Jazz, mate. Thank you. How much F1 since Hamilton got robbed? Yeah, well, Red Bull have got a rocket ship, and it's pretty hard to stop them. Although Lando Norris is closing that gap, which is quite nice. At least he's making it somewhat interesting. George Russell doing all right in the Mercedes at the moment. Interesting to see how Hamilton goes next season in the Ferrari. And where does Adrian Newey go? That's the other thing. He has more successful take-ons than Mbappe, top 1% in progressive carries, progressive passes, dribbling. So, well, there you go. If you didn't know who Desiree Doué was, Marshall has literally given it to you on a plate there. Piastri. Yeah, we like Piastri. Have you seen? I've seen the Fofana leaks. He'd be good. You mean Yusuf Fofana? Absolutely. Marshall got a bit too excited. He just loves himself some Desiree Doué, you know. Fofana over Anana for me. Not sure about Edison though. Edison's gonna. I don't know what's going on with Edison. I don't know what's going on with Coop Miners to Juventus. But then I would say tomorrow being the next day of financial fair play, you might see some more pickup in those deals that are sort of were bubbling away a couple of weeks ago, gone a bit quiet. They might pick up from tomorrow. Will Palmer and Gordon play the wing state? No, I don't think they will. I think it'll be the same front four, sadly. Bring back Delhi. Too much, Tom. Too much. I want to see him do well, but he'll do it elsewhere. Is Desiree the new killer site? Oh, here we go. Don't do it, Van Gogh. You know what you're doing, Van Gogh, mate. You know what you're doing there. I think we're cooking. What's my favorite cuisine? It'll be Italian. I don't see. Yeah, okay. Hey, Dean, mate, how are you? Hey, Andy. Hope the week's been good. So frustrating and bored of the window at the moment. Well, Dean, you might not have been here from the start, but Spurs, and it's been reported by David Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano. We're pushing to sign Archie Gray, and he's agreed to already come to Spurs. So that's good. That's good news, Dean. That's a player. I will just have a quick double check to see if there's been some updates. Don't want to be that guy who misses on something, you know what I mean? Doesn't look like it at the moment. Yeah. Brentford deal has completely broken down. Yeah, but there's nothing new on it. All right. I never had Swiss. Haven't heard much about Dominic Solanke. Is that gone cold now? I wouldn't say it's gone cold. But actually, I think Spurs were probably going to look at Eze, and then I think the Archie Gray. I think the Brentford thing maybe kicked Spurs into a gear because, like, the fact that he went and had a medical meant that this was happening, and then Spurs must have just gone, crap, if we really want to get him, are we doing this? Are we all happy? You know, speaking to Ange when he's in Germany, Guten Tag, Ange, Archie Gray, yes or no? And just said, mate. And it was it. Wow, if we get Gray from Leeds, I'll be so happy. Big statement, absolutely. See you later, Polly. Take care. Big up, Cooper. Good evening, Lex. How are we? You bloody late, Lex. Where you been? Really can't wait for this season. Richie scoring a banger one-touch goal, then performing his. Hey, that is a pigeon for you. Oh no, just impatient. Like you say, just want the signs now and have to have a good time. Well, Dean, we're getting close on this one at least, mate. It's a development. It's something. It's like you go for a meal and you go, oh, I've ordered that lovely steak for dinner. Oh yeah, I've got that starter first. Well, I'll have starter. That starter's lovely. I'm still waiting for my steak, but I've got a starter. You know. No, we're not selling Marky Moore. Good to hear the Archie Gray news. Absolutely. Anyone feel like our strategy is Chelsea on a budget with all these young players? Nah, because we're going to be going for a few marquee people as well, though. Brentford deal broken, and who is on the front seat, Andy, I might ask? I wonder. Spurs are in the front seat, and I'm sitting next to Spurs. There's a person Spurs there. Oh, wait, she knows. Richie, when fit, is really good. I think that injury after the World Cup ruined him a bit. Yeah, well, after that surgery he had, that purple patch was good. Did anyone see Payet KOing Jiri? He rocked him in the first and took him out 13 seconds into the second. Unbelievable. and he wants that heavyweight fight, but I don't think he should be going for John Jones, is all I'm going to say. Always late, lol, middle name, terrible. Donna, you were actually early. You were here before the stream, so I'm asking Lex why he's late. He's 35 minutes in. He came in here. Sophia, mate, how are you, mate? You all right? That's all right. Don't worry about it, mate. You having a good day with your dad. That's the important thing. Family time is important, mate. I was watching Dirt Perfect or Dude Perfect on YouTube. Will Archie Gray get any minutes under Ange? Ange doesn't want to play youngsters. Ange does play the youngsters, mate. C. Desi Adogi. C. Mickey Van der Ven. C. Pablo. C. Papa Metassar. He does get minutes, but our youngsters weren't good enough for a while, so they're going to be better this year. They're going to get minutes, and he will get minutes. And we'll see him in pre-season if he joins. We'll see him in pre-season, obviously. Going for John Jones straight up, like going to a boss fight without doing a side quest. Yeah, you don't. John's the GOAT for a reason. He's the GOAT for the reason, you know. Maybe Tom Aspinall. That could be a nice little fight. Him and Tom and Pertan. It could be a nice little fight. But then Pertan still has more fights in the 205 division still. So if Eze comes in, he'll be LCM play and place Madison ACM, Burval right CM. Wait, where's Bentancur and all that? Their energy, yeah. I like that idea, Tom. Yeah, well, Tom drops a few in there here and now, but I need Bentancur in there. So we might have a bigger budget to spend with sensible spending this season. Exciting, absolutely. Has ever played on the right, predominantly the left. It'd be bonkers to buy him for 30 million, not play him. It'd be about 40 Camago. See, Archie Gray is 18, Donnelly 19. They've got a chance again. Like I get where you're going with it, Sofian. But I also think you're completely missing this situation where we had to change a whole brand of football throughout the whole club. Putting youngsters in there at that time wasn't ever going to be the right move. I think Donnelly might go on loan this season, which I don't hate as long as he gets good minutes for a good club. Maybe Leeds. Maybe Leeds take a few of our youngsters on loan for the season. Maybe that's what they do. And Spurs go, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We'll pay the wages still. Don't worry. Maybe that's what they could do. Spurs pulling Leeds pants down if they bump the price down with Roden. Well, they might not. They might have to do a bid for Archie Gray and then selling Roden to them. You know. Thank you all that have liked this video, by the way, and obviously subscribed as well. Very much appreciate it. You go for that, Donna. You go for that. I believe Aspinall can take Jones out. Jones getting a bit old now. Bit bold, Van Gogh, mate. Bold. Because everyone thought Cyril Garn was going to do something to John, and John barely broke a sweat. Remember, for a reason. If people don't know that, by the way, that looked so weird. Apologies. Apart from his persona, I think Yuri's fighting style defense. Well, Yuri's defense is my forehead. Does Archie Gray not block Bergvall? No, he doesn't. Is Bentancur not going to be banned or fined? We're still waiting to see on that, Tom. If things go well this window, we're going to see a lot of better player rotation in the squad. We're going to see fresher legs all throughout the season for it, which is going to be great. Iago Santiago. Yeah. I heard we have 180 million chance budget, apparently. No one truly knows what the budget is, to be honest. No one truly knows. João Felix is not continuing at Barcelona. Not surprised. They can't afford him. Hey, Finn, mate, how are you? Sky Sports News just said Tottenham are confident they can meet Leeds' demands for signing Archie Gray. Yeah, that's what we talked about. That's what we talked about, Darren. Regarding Bentancur, you said depth. Yeah. So our midfield next season is going to be Gray, Burval, and Madison. No, Gray, I think, will be more of a right back. That's my guess because our right back plays centre mid. But the midfield, you're missing Bentancur. You guys keep missing Bentancur and Sarr. It's mental. Heard Skip is also interested in to go to Leeds as well. He'd probably seeing the lay of the land, but I don't think he'd be opposed against it because he would be playing for a manager that he used to play for Norwich in Daniel Farke. Farke. F-A-R-K-E, by the way. Not swearing. Was that a sheep? That was a goat. Bear. Could this be agreed by the end of the day due to it being 30th? You never know. He was in Brentford doing a medical yesterday. Is he still in and around London? Archie at right back means that Porro gets benched. Well, rotation. Did I have any go in high school? Yes. As I said the other day, mate, a couple of players going back to Leeds with some dollars and a couple of players going on loan to compensate for Archie Gray. Yeah, I think a couple of youngsters going there. Ashley Phillips maybe going there on loan. You never know. But Donnelly, does Will Lancashire go there? You know, there's options. What is a Fark? He's the manager, Daniel Fark. He's the manager of Leeds. Afternoon, Bash today, mate. How are you? Afternoon, being here lurking. Do you think Tony Eze was still on the table? I think they're always on the table. Maybe less so Tony, but for sure Eze. Can we still sign Eze? Yes, we can. Ediz Ahmed. What a name that is. That's a great name. I thought this Brentford deal was just a smokescreen to open Levy's wallet. I believe he sells road in Southampton now. Maybe. As long as they pay out the money. If Argentine Vinnie Jones goes, well, can we get Vinnie Jones? He's a bit past it. And he stopped swearing FFS. I'm not swearing, man. I'm not even swearing. What? For fuck's sake. Nice. Right, that. So with all the midfielders, who will play? Who will you play? Who will play? Do you put Bentancur? Bentancur will be maybe even a 6 or right centre mid. But you maybe Bentancur, Sarr, and Maddison still. Maybe that's still the play, and then slowly bleed in the Bergvals. That's the way I would do it. What do I think of Tammy Abraham? He is a solid player, but not Tottenham level. Ronan Skip maybe to Leeds. It's always a potential. Always potential. You know, Leeds are keen on both those guys, so I wouldn't be shocked. We need to sell Bissouma to get Fofana or Edison as a 6. Well, look, if we're selling Bissouma, we're getting big money. We're not selling him for 30 or 40. It'd be 50 odd million. And if we do, then yeah, go and get an Edison. Why not? Which right winger do you want at the club for next season? Oh, do you know what, Martins? It's a good question, but I really don't know the situation. Are they going to go right winger? Are they going to go for another striker? Really don't know. Maybe let's say Eze for now. Just put Eze. I'll put Eze anywhere in this bloody team. No issues. The Gray deal will get done very fast. Now, Caleb, how are you, mate? Let's hope so, Caleb. Let's hope so. I'll have a quick look. Just see if I've not missed anything. No, nothing. So just in case he's not been bought yet. Richie is a tier 1 source. We do not take long over negotiations. Well, he's already said he would want to join Spurs. I don't think personal terms is not going to be an issue here. I would do a swap deal for Archie Gray. We haven't seen the details of the deal, but Brentford had a £35 million bid accepted, but then rejected due to the payment structure. So if we do get Eze, where does he slot in the starting lineup? Here, there, and everywhere, Tom, because we're going to have rotation. It's like location, back on the day. Never sell Kuti. Nah, agreed. We won't be. If Gray could play right back and centre mid, surely Sarr would have the football IQ to learn to play right back also. But we wouldn't need him to. Soul Sniper, would we? We can just keep him as the 8. But we've got a diamond in our hands, for sure. Can't let it fall. What's happening with Eze? It's something that we have to wait till England finish up with their Euros, mate. Who will provide cover for Destiny, Davies, or will it be Van der Ven? Well, that's why they're still looking maybe at a left centre back who play a little bit left back still, you know. Mr. Annie, when are you starting the show where you'll do your gym stuff? Well, that'll be the second channel. Not yet, but it will be soon. Yeah, if you didn't know, I will just put the link in there for everyone. It's always in the descriptions of my videos, but there is the second channel. Subscribe if you haven't. It'd be very much appreciated. It'd be more of a football watch along, gaming, gym, all that sort of world in that channel. Bit more of a we channel than this channel is more of a I created this, whereas that can be more of an R thing, you know. 25 plus Roden, maybe. We need a sticker. Of what? Tatenda? Tatenda Severimi. Severimi? I think that's how you say it. What a name that is, by the way. Right, hear me out. Do you not think there's a deal? Is poor squad planning? He is 26, similar to Matters, and wants to play week in, week out. Can we not look a younger player for 60 million? He's a rock star, Eze, and he will continue to get better. For Gray seems reasonable. Yeah. An Englishman, a bodybuilder, Ginger walks into the bar. The bartender goes, "Hey, Andy, what can I get you?" I'm not ginger, all right? It's just the sunlight hits my beard and it does go a little bit ginger, all right? But if he's asking me, I'll have a Guinness and make sure you don't muck it up. I don't see a world where Basuma gets sold for 50 million. Well, they're not selling him cheap. And we bought him for around about 35 million, I think it was all in total. So they're going to be wanting more than that. 25 million plus skip, maybe. It's potential, Eddie's. Is it potential? Yeah, absolutely. But it could be a situation where he goes on loan there. You never know. I'd rather get Morgan's White of Eze, 2 years younger, at a similar level and cost 20 million less. Oh, similar level, KVN. Bold of you to say something like that. No, pay 50 million for Biss. Yeah, Biss isn't going. Ginger Aid. That's terrible, Van Gogh. I'll bet you jump into the swimming pool, your little armbands on, and doing the little doggy paddle. I thought we bought Basuma for 25 million. It was a deal rising to 35. 3 pints of Guinness, Donna. Gonna have to up that. Oh no, that was ginger ale. Terrible. Southern fruit squash shaken, not stirred. Actually, probably stirred, not shaken. Thinking about it, I wouldn't shake that. Would you? Look at that. Look at the color in that, everyone. That's beautiful. No. Morgan's White is not similar to Eze, bro, please. Gray played around 50 games last season, played right back centre back. He's good on the ball and he's a great player. He suits what we're trying to do, you know? Andy, you're a kettlebells guy. Not massively, Robert, if I'm honest. I like using kettlebells for abdominals or if I'm doing balance work, yeah. But I'm more of a dumbbells, barbells kind of guy. With the odd cable thrown in. I'm old school like that. If you get my sort of drift on the old lifting, I'm a bit old school like that. What is wrong with boxers and terrible swimmer? That's what's wrong with it. No gold medals for you, mate. Hey, Liam, mate, how are you? 7 much Guinness. Got to up that. I drink way more in a night. Do Champions League teams still go into the Europa League with a new format? No, they do not. They've changed it. It's more of a league format, I believe, now. Morgan's right would be us being Nottingham Forest. Word is we are in for Desiree Due a lot, and it's a possibility. Oh, it's definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility, Desiree Due. We are interested in him. Jared Branthwaite plus Eberich as a marquee purchases. Give me Calafiore over Branthwaite, mate. Give me Calafiore. Hungover, Liam. Terrible. I had a lovely full English this morning. It was lovely. Had hash browns, had bacon. It had sausages, beans, tomatoes, mushrooms, toast. Oh, didn't have any black pudding though, and I love me some black pudding. If you don't know what black pudding is, everyone, go and Google it because it's disgusting when you look at it, but it's great when you taste it. 20 pints of Guinness. Now we're in the same realm. Oh, you back on the bandwagon with our man? I'll never Lex. Right, let's not be like this. I never left the bandwagon. I just always thought you'd go to Juventus. All right. I think Jonathan Day will be the number 9 we sign potentially. Can't Calafiore also play at left back? He can, Adis. He can. Diet going well then. Yeah. Had a few drinks last night. Had a fry up this morning. And the diet. I mean, look, my face is still sunken in. A little bit puffy because of the alcohol, but I'm going on holiday in September, so my diet now is going on to September. It's going a little bit further now. Breaking news: Cancelo João is out. Cancelo João is out. Who's Cancelo João? You did, lol. Now, I didn't jump off the bandwagon. I was just saying I would love him to be at Spurs. I just can't see it. And if you had to choose between a striker or of DM for Spurs, what would you choose? I have striker, please. Terrible, Donna. Terrible. I do love me a Guinness. Right. I'm going to love you and leave you all. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. It was a high dive moment for Annie. Shut up. Shut up, Alex. Look, enjoy the rest of your afternoons, everyone. Hopefully, we'll be back later on. England play at 5. Come on, England. I'm going to go 2-0 England. I'm going to be that guy who's stupidly optimistic for no reason. Back, obviously, hopefully at 7. If something develops beforehand, I'll be back before. All right. I will see you all a little bit later on to chat some maybe some more Archie Gray and some more transfer news. Enjoy the rest of your afternoons, everyone. I'll see you all then. Take care. Bye-bye.